Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Melina from Me Crafty Scrapper on Instagram and here on YouTube. Thanks for visiting today, and I wanted to show you how I make a stamped bookmark that will be going into my B6 rings planner. Actually, this is going to go into my August planner, but I love this month, July, this kit and these stamps so much that I'm going to put this one into that planner. The August colors for Cocoa Daisy go really well with this month still too, so I think I'll be good. But this one is going to be my today marker that I'm going to put into that planner. So I wanted you to go along with me as I make this. So sit back, get you something good to drink, and watch as I make a stamped marker for my B6 rings planner. Okay, so this is my new Pearl Print Pressions B6 rings planner that I will be using for August. I'll show you that real quickly. And the rings that are in the B6 will punch the same as your personal planner punch does. So I have that here, and I'll get that punched in just a moment. But this is the planner that this marker is going to go in, and it's going to be my today marker for my planner. And I'm going to be using the July Cocoa Daisy stamps. One was from the main planner kit. The other was from the, what was that one from? The Pocket Memory Keeping Kit. That's what that one was from. So I've got both of those out. I have a 2.5 inch wide and I'm going to cut this by 7 inch tall white backer piece of cardstock that I just got out of my stash that I'll be using as the back of that, and I will attach the ring part in just a moment after I get through with all of my stamping. I'm also going to be using a Spellbinders circle die with my Big Shot machine, and I'll have that up here in just a moment. It's big and clunky, so I didn't want to show that off at the very beginning. I'm going to use some paper from the Pocket Memory Keeping Kit for July, possibly this backer card from one of the kits, also both July. My jet black Stays On ink with an acrylic block. I think that's Stamp It Up. My Stamp It Up grid paper is in the background. I am not a Stamp It Up representative, but I do own a lot of Stamp It Up products from when I was years and years and years ago. And I love using everything that I already have and not buying new if it's not broken, you know. I'm also thinking about using some of these lighter epoxy stickers, the dots, for bubbles on it. And that's going to be what this circle is representing, a bubble. It's going to look kind of like a porthole kind of in this, the way I stamp around it. And who knows, some more things from the July kit will find its way onto this too. And I will also be doing some fussy cutting. And you know I love using my EK Success cutter bee scissors for my fussy cutting. And I'll be adhering most everything probably with my art glitter glue that I got from scrapbookingwithme.com. All right, we're going to get started. First, I'm going to cut this backer sheet of cardstock to 2.5 by 7. So let me get most of this away. And if anybody watched my latest video where I stamped and I used my Stays On ink in that card video, my Stays On was very dry, and I did have a refill for it, so it's all nice and juicy now. So we won't have that issue with this one. All right, so there is that backer sheet, cut at 2.5 by 7. And for anybody that doesn't know, with a B6 planner, it is a 5 by 7. The inserts for it are 5 by 7. Of course, the cover is larger so that all of your inserts can get in there snugly without everything plopping out on the sides. This is 6.5, maybe a little over 6.5 by 7.5. So that's the measurements of this cover. And then inserts that I'm going to be putting in for my planner pages will be 5 by 7. Okay, so that's why this is 7 inches tall. All right, I'm going to start cutting. And y'all pay no attention to my old as the hills Big Shot machine. It is so old, but it still does the job. So we're still using it. And I'm going to put in my Spellbinders die. And I'm going to cut some circles. I'll speed this up because most of you already know how to use die cutting machines, and it's a little boring going over and over and over with the same shape. So I'm going to speed this up and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've punched my circles out of that backer sheet. I say backer a lot in this video. I have this base cardstock that I'm going to be using as my marker base. And then this was a backer sheet from one of the embellishment pages in the kit. I'm going to cut this piece of paper. I cut one more extra circle just in case I wanted it with this back behind these circles. And I'm going to cut this piece of paper from the kits just a little smaller than this base cardstock. So I'm going to cut this one at 2.25 by, let's see, 2.25, 2.25, yep, by 6.75. So that will be the measurements for this one. Okay, so there is my base cardstock that is 2.5 by 7. And then the piece right on top of it is going to go on, and it's going to be like a mat. The white is going to be like a mat. And it is cut at 2.25 by 6.75. Okay, now I'm going to cut some circles out of this and use this with the circles cut out. It's going to go here. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a minute. Okay, so there is the 3 circles cut out of that piece of paper from the kit, and I used the bigger circle die here, and then I came back in because I thought 2 big ones on top of that was just going to be too much, and then there would be very little of this paper left. So I come in with the size just smaller than this one that's in that die set and made 2 more there. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to add these circles from that backer card from the packaging like this. And I'm going to put this paper on pop dots. And I might even put in a little bit of that just for a little different dimension too. And like I said, I'm going to put this up on pop dots and then decorate all around with some stamping with these 2 stamp sets. So I'm going to start assembling this, and then I'll start decorating and stamping, and then at the end I'll come back and let you see the end result and how I attach this to put it into the planner itself. All right, I'm going to speed this part up and I'll meet you back at the end of the video. Okay, so here is the finished product. I have added on my punched holes there that's going to go into my planner. I have colored all of my images and fussy cut them out with my very sharp pointed cutter bee scissors. I've added a tab to the top that come out of the planner kit. I also added just a hint of paper here that goes along with the colors that I've put into my coloring. And the back's pretty plain. I'll probably add something onto the back because you'll be able to see that in my planner when I'm flipping through. But I just hand wrote today there at the top. I added some of the very light blue epoxy dots, and I used my white gel pen to make some accents along there. The little turtle, he's kind of just hanging around there. You can see there's just a peeping little fish there. And all of these little fussy cut stamped images that I colored, I have added on with a glue dot. That's how they're on there. And then you could see when I was stamping, because that's a glossy finish on that backer sheet, that stamped image of the seaweed, the reef, whatever, it blurred. So I cut out a fussy cut that image. I stamped it again and colored it, and then fussy cut that image and put it over that so it's just barely peeking through there. So that is my marker that I made with things from the July kit. And I will show you. This is my B6 planner from Print Pression, and this will go directly in there, and it will go in between my planner sheets, telling me where my today sheet is. So that's it. It did take a little time, but it's worth it because it looks kind of like maybe an aquarium, and I love that look. The thing that would have made it even cuter would have been maybe some acetate back behind here so it looked more like windows, or I could have even done an image on maybe a little piece of string, so when you flipped it back and forth, the image swam back and forth. But I'm happy with the results, and I'm glad that you stuck with me through the entire video. If you are here now looking at the finished product, you did, and I appreciate you. Thanks so much. And I will leave all of the pertinent information that you need down in the description below. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so and click that little bell so that way you will be able to know when I upload my next video. I try to do multiple uploads a week just so that I can keep you well entertained and you keep coming back to my channel. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye, y'all.